74% of young women have not dated in the past year. Whose fault is that?
And how many men haven't dated in the last year?
64%, I think.
So the other half of the equation is left out and it's just men's fault. So here's the truth. Okay, women have spent all this time fighting for equality, right? You want equality. Okay, you go pursue men. You go put yourself out there. And in fact, let them record you and humiliate you while you do it and post it online. And then let's make sure that we have policies intact so that they can legally hold you liable for your behavior of approaching them as harassment. And let's make sure that the cultural context that we invent in this scenario believes all men. How confident would you be approaching those men in that scenario? Probably not very confident. Probably going, it's actually not worth it, especially if a lot of men are just non-committal. They all are polygamous. None of them want you. Not you exclusively anyway. And they will leave you for somebody who has more money. But let's just say they're more sexual or maybe less sexual, depending on what's more difficult to find. That's the problem. And the problem that I have with all of this is that men are constantly blamed because they've always been the group that pursued women. But women were receptive to that in the past and they wanted partnership and they were willing to take on the responsibility of loyalty and honesty and trustworthiness and virtue. And women don't have that anymore. And women are waking up to this. There's literally so many pieces of content and the data shows this. Women still want commitment. They still want men to approach. They still want men to pursue. But the entire environment doesn't make it viable for men to do that. They can be humiliated. They could be fired from their jobs if they have any. They don't want to put their reputation on social media for them to be mocked for what? For trying to get to know you or approaching you and being the man that you didn't want to approach you? Nobody's doing that. And so it goes on both sides. Women's delusional standards need to be studied. No, but there needs to be a deeper conversation about what makes a partner truly viable and what makes somebody a good partner. And it's not aesthetics. We all get old and ugly, and it's not money because money comes and goes. So you've got to date based on character. And if you're not screening for that, then you can't point the finger at men because the good ones probably see the way that you carry yourself